does the other one look, the one on the right eye? Does it look similar, or is it better? Is it worse?
It looks a little bit better actually than this one. But,
probably just started out a little more superficial than the other one. That's the whole point. Some of these things, the starting point is more important than anything else.
About 5 years ago, I ripped my pinky toenail off. One day, I don't know what I was doing, and the whole thing just came off. Not a very big toenail anyway. But it came off.
You were almost happy it came off, huh?
Kind of, yeah. And less to worry about. And so anyway, I was putting hydrogen peroxide on it every single day. But then it seemed like the hydrogen peroxide, after a while, like I'd been putting the hydrogen peroxide probably for about 3 weeks or maybe a month or something every single day, and it was like, this thing is not healing, man. It's not. I mean, it's like it wasn't really. Nothing was really happening, and so I'm feeling like that. Is that what I'm doing with these ones? Because I've been doing it for about 10 years or 10 days.
10 days sounds right.
Yeah.
So now it's clean. I mean, let me put it to you this way. I mean, the whole epidermal layer obviously was sloughed off on this thing. I mean, it's not quick as to how quickly these things heal themselves up. Clearly the thing higher up on the thigh healed up, right? I mean, these things.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah.
Just fine.
I mean, although this must have looked similar to this at one point, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't quite as wide and stuff like that.
No, but it was deeper.
Yeah. It's hard to say with these things. They're clean. They're perfectly clean. I mean, it would be nice, as I said before, if they actually had a nice pink, looking like a side of a rib roast look to them. That's the better granulation tissue. But there's some granulation tissue in there, and this is obviously more superficial than that. I mean, this is a little more bunched. This is smaller, but it's a little deeper than this. But it's certainly not through the dermal layer. I really think that both of these things will eventually heal. Just keeping them clean and letting them heal from the bottom up. There's nothing dirty about them at all.
What about that white?
Yeah, that stuff, as time goes by, that should come off. I mean, eventually that will, just by putting you're putting the Solbidine cream on there every day. Yeah. As you do that, eventually over time that should come off. I mean, I can send you to a plastic surgeon or somebody like that, and they can look at it. I don't think they're going to feel you need a skin graft or anything like that. I think they'll probably just instruct you a little more on other things you can do to keep it clean and let it heal from the bottom up. I don't think you
have to be patient, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that if I'm putting too much hydrogen peroxide.
Well, I wouldn't pour peroxide. I would do just like what I did there. Put it onto a thing and just clean it up. You just want to clean it up. You don't want to pour peroxide all over it.
Okay.
I mean, it's always difficult to say what the peroxide really does. The notion of the peroxide, from my standpoint, is that the peroxide portion of it actually sort of binds up with the sort of old blood and dead tissue, and sort of foams up with it, and then you can clean it off. What that does to good tissue is hard to say. I mean, I don't think it does anything bad. You're not going to leave it on there for very long. But no, this looks nice and clean. You're keeping it as clean as a whistle. Whether it's actually going to, because it has to heal itself from the bottom up. We're not doing anything actively to make it heal. Your body's healing it. We're certainly not going to sew that up. There's no doubt about that. Just as with that thing, it comes from the bottom up. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely, with this, give it more time. Yeah, this looks a little more egregious than that, but it's smaller, so it has, so it can bunch itself up a little better.
So I'm okay with that white rim.
Yeah,
stuff.
you're okay with that. That's
okay.
Just bunched up tissue there. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to make it more likely that it'll scar up, and that scarred up over there too. You can. Where were just out of curiosity, since this is happening.